What's up, everybody? Matt Modi here with DGF Fantasy, here to give you a 6-pick prize picks banger that if/when we get all 6 of these plays to cash, we will 25x our money, turning 20 bucks into 500. As for me, you can find me on social media at my Twitter handle, Jedi Modi. And let's start talking through this. So number one, the tool I used to find these picks was the DGF DFS Optimizer. Incredible tool. All you really need to do is just choose whichever DFS platform you are using, and then they will give you, for lack of a better word, good, sharp, whatever you want to call it, picks to put into PrizePicks. The cool thing, you see the percent odds to hit here. I want to highlight this first because this is literally the percent chance that the play you are taking is going to hit. So we see like the first 4 here above 58%. This percent odds to hit comes from this line right here, the DGF line, minus 177, minus 179, minus 179, whatever. These odds are pulled from essentially the proprietary DGF line that they use to calculate odds from a market and then convert those odds into a percent. You put those all into an entry, and guess what? You are making money. The player name is essentially the person you are betting on the far left. The stat is essentially the market that you are taking. Over under is whether you're taking over or under. And then we see the PrizePicks line and the sportsbook line. And this is important because the PrizePicks line is literally the line that we're taking on PrizePicks. The sportsbook line is where the other sportsbooks that you see on the far right here are pricing this play. So you see there's 3 plays here where the PrizePicks line are at 2 and the sportsbook line is at 1.5. So we're taking an under because the sportsbooks have it a half play lower. So that's kind of the difference between the PrizePicks line and the sportsbook line. Before we get into these individual picks, which I will give out, 2 things to note here. Number one, in terms of value, the best bang for your buck when you are using PrizePicks is to play 5 or 6 pick flexes. Now, I understand that that's a little bit scary because you need 5 or 6 picks to hit. If you're doing that, that's the most. But from a value perspective, and this is basically meaning the payout, what you're getting paid out if you get these to hit, makes it the most valuable number of entries to put in PrizePicks, 5 or 6 picks. Another thing to note, and this is really cool about PrizePicks, is, and this is how we can take advantage of it, the payout doesn't change regardless of what play you're taking, regardless of whether you're taking it over or under. Like we see here, it's an esports League of Legends play. Right now, we see the payout, 20 to win 500, 25x. Right now, we're taking less than. What happens if we change this to more? Guess what? Same exact thing. 6 correct to 25x your money, 20 bucks to win 500. So when it comes to PrizePicks, you're not necessarily looking for value across the sports books like you would when you're actually sports betting. You're instead looking for plays that literally are likely to hit. How likely is this play to hit? The higher likelihood of that play hitting, the better play it is on PrizePicks, is kind of how it works. So it's no surprise here that we see all the top plays that are in green are all the percent likely to hit, right? Based on that 58.43, 0.42, 0.42, 0.42, 57.85. All the plays that are the best, the highest green are all because they are the most likely to hit, which again is just backed out from these DGF odds here. So now that we know you want to play 6 picks, now that we know that literally you're just looking for plays to hit, that's the hard part. The easy part is just putting these plays into PrizePicks from DGF. So the first play that we're adding to our 6-pick entry, it's an esports one, League of Legends, and there's a bunch of different leagues. Obviously, during the time of this recording, it's the summer, not a ton of sports going on. Dota 2, which I'm honestly not sure what that is. I know this is League of Legends, not laughing out loud. Then obviously MLB and WNBA. So it doesn't really matter what the sport is because the math and the value is all the same. So our first play is player name Summit, legendary League of Legends player, obviously, to go over 2.5 map 1 kills. DGF prices this line at minus 177, giving it a 58.43% chance of hitting. I put it in PrizePicks. Summit, more than 2.5 map 1 kills. Next up, another League of Legends play. Chincroft, I'm honestly not sure how to pronounce it, under 2 map 1 kills. Percent odds to hit, percent chance of this play hitting 58.42%. Now, this is an example, and these next 3 are, of a discrepancy, and that's kind of what this box here is showing you. Show DFS line discrepancies is a discrepancy between the PrizePicks line and the sportsbook line. If the sportsbooks are having it at 1.5, we are getting it at 2. Obviously, the more likely scenario here is that all 3 of these go under 2, which is why the sportsbooks have it priced at a number below 2. And going from 1.5 to 2, that's a huge deal. That's literally like a 50% difference between 1.5 and 2, right? The smaller these numbers are, the more valuable that half point becomes. If you're betting passing totals in the NFL, PrizePicks has Patrick Mahomes at 300. FanDuel has him at 299.5. That half-yard difference isn't really that valuable because of how high the number is. That's not the case with how low these are. And the next 3, again, are all examples of this. So Chincroft, under 2 map 1 kills. Dejoko, under 2 map 1 kills. And Keo, under 2 map 1 kills. All added to our PrizePicks entry. Now we have a Dota 2 play as well, because obviously we needed to switch things up. We're taking Carl, my guy Carl, to go over 10 first 2 map kills. That play is added right here. This is another example of a DGF line discrepancy where PrizePicks has it at 12. The sportsbooks have it at, PrizePicks has it at 10. 10. The sportsbooks have it at 12. Obviously, because the sportsbooks have it at a higher price than number 10, we want to take over that because they're telling us they think it's going to go over. And then our last play, I had to get one MLB play in here. Luis Arias, stud. Unfortunately, we are fading him for this one, taking him to go under 7.5 fantasy points. This has a 57.5% chance of hitting. DGF perfect line, proprietary line at -135. Adding it, I need to change that to a less than here. Luis Arias, less than 7.5 fantasy points. And that's it. $20 to win 500 on PrizePicks using the DGF DFS optimizer to find these plays. If you are tailing, if you like it, comment and let us know. Other than that, remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel and all that good stuff. Thank you guys for watching and have a good one.